Hello, good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's doing well. Tonight, we are going to go over how to find your target agencies. Even if you might have an idea of your target agencies, sometimes it's good to refresh, do a little digging, and make sure that they're up to date with who you're targeting. And so we're going to do a little deep dive into that today. And I'm going to show you our GovCon Core Apps and how we're going to do this to help streamline that whole process. If you're just joining me, my name is Billy Welchman. I am the CEO of Core Solutions Group, where our mission is to help our clients do more with less. And Wednesdays is all about our government contracting series. We do help businesses navigate the government contracting realm. And one of those ways that we do that is we have developed a application called GovCon Core Apps, which I'm going to show you momentarily, that's going to help you to navigate the marketing piece of government contracting as well as be able to source from our platform as well. So without further ado, we'll get started. Okay, let's get logged in here. Well, I'm going to hit it one too many times. Let's try it again. There we go. All right. I'm actually going to make this bigger because it can be sometimes a little hard to see. So this is our GovCon Core Apps. This is our landing page. Okay, so we're going to pick some NAICS codes that we're going to be looking at. We'll just stick with this Office Administrative. So over here we have the current fiscal year and the number of agencies. I really want to narrow it down to just 3 agencies. Actually, I'm going to, for purposes, I will be going through and picking a specific agency to look at because I've already been doing some research and I'm curious about an agency now as I just attended a networking event. Okay, so I'm going to stick with fiscal year 2024 because it's been going for about the last 6 months, and so it'll still give us a good idea. A cool new feature that we now have is our PSC codes. So as you can see, and as you may or may not know, NAICS codes are not that old. PSC codes have been around a lot longer, and they're a little bit more detailed. And so we're going to look at a little bit of that. I'm actually going to close some of these out. We're going to put some administrative. Let's see what we've got. There we go. That's more what I was looking for. All right. Okay, we're going to do some physical records management and some electronic. We're going to do support. We're just going to pick those 3. Okay, and as you scroll down here, and because I only selected 3 agencies, these are the top agencies that are coming up that are purchasing those PSC codes. As you can see over here on the right in the table, we have the Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security, and Department of Energy. And this is how much they have awarded to businesses and how much they've spent just in the last 2 quarters of 2024. Okay, so we're going to take this bigger one. I'm actually curious to see, let's go back to the NAICS codes and see if that changes. So it does. So key thing to remember is agencies may or may not use the NAICS or the specific NAICS codes. So you do want to kind of do more research. That's why utilizing those PSC codes can help. As you see here, Department of Homeland Security actually was utilizing more of this NAICS code. Let's add one other one. Let's add in. Let's see. this one. Administrative. This is the one that I was looking for. Okay. So as you can see down here, those changed again. So now we have Department of Health and Human Services, Department of Homeland Security, and Agency of International Development. Okay, and down here, it's going to show a little bit more of what agency was buying. It looks like Department of Health was doing a lot, especially in the fourth quarter of 2023. And so now is the time to really start looking at them as well, because as you can see, that is typically when they spend most of their money is in the fourth quarter. And so what you want to do in the third quarter is really start targeting those agencies, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go in and we're going to look at the Department of Health. Okay, so we're going to go right on in. And as you can see, this is doing an agency deep dive. This is taking you down into the sub-agencies. Some of them you might recognize. You have, the IG, Inspector General. You have the FDA, CDC. I'm going to actually make this a little smaller. There we go. So you actually see when I hover over these, this is what's populating up. So Medicare and Medicaid services are using a lot of the NAICS codes that we use. Same with the acquisition and grants management. Okay, the FDA is another one. So as you can see, you can kind of see how those are going. So I'm going to just go down. Let's see. Let's look at FDA. Okay, so these are going to be the contract specialists, contracting officers, all of those. So now I've got that information. But we're going to do something a little different. So this kind of gives me a better idea of who's spending what. And I also want to look at Medicaid too. Let's see. Which NAICS code is Medicaid using more of? Let's see. Oh, it was right up here at the top. So let me go back and do this. All right. So we're going to go in here. Now, as you can see, this one's narrowed down a lot more as far as the contracting officers, contracting specialists. The one thing about our system is it pulls from sam.gov. So anytime the government has put any of those individuals in there, that's who's going to be there. So this is why you're going to see multiple in there for a single agency. All right, so what this is going to do is going to give me some points of contact. So what I will want to do is I'm going to go into hhs.gov. You can see I've actually looked at their procurement forecast. However, I want to go in and look at, well, let's see. Small business support, opportunities. Okay, we're going to go look at that forecast report. We're going to view all, but I want to filter it down by the Office of Medicaid. So let's see. CMS, I believe, is the one we are looking for. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to look through these, see if there's one that actually stands out to you that you're like, hey, I can definitely do this. So the other piece with this report is you have the target award month and year, the program office, along with program, last name, the office last name, their contact information, all of that. Okay. Some of them you can see they have decided which NAICS code they're going to put it under. Let's see, I'm going to pick, we'll just pick this top one. View details. Okay, so for this one, what I would do is we're going to actually plug this in. Research quality into our agency deep dive. So I'm going to go into another part of our GovCon Core Apps live or platform. So we're going to go into the agencies. Okay, we're going to type in health. There. And then we're going to look for Medicaid. Miss that one. Okay, and now I'm going to go back and look and see if I can figure out which office it's going to. So operating division is CMS. So we did see a CMS there. We actually saw two of them, communications and information technology. So let's look again. Doesn't really say. So that's okay. We're going to come in here. We're just going to look and see if any of those names sound familiar. Back one and go into the other one. Nope, they don't. That's okay. So what we'd end up doing is once, because I'm trying to do this super fast, so sometimes this involves just a little bit more research of trying to figure out who to put this under. And actually, I just found the program office right there. Completely looked over it. So the 75M002. So let's go back out here. And it's this one. That is the program office that we're going to want or look for. And so this is where you can see capabilities sought. I'm just going to put the name of that in there. And the estimated due date, they're looking at September. So they're going to be target solicitations May and then award September. So we are going to actually put May in here. So I'm going to plug May 1st because that's when the solicitation is going to be out. This is when I want to start watching for this. The other thing I want to look at is it sounds like it's an IDIQ and the contract range. So it's anywhere from $250,000 to $700,000. So I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to put $700,000 in here so I know how much that range is. It's also telling me what NAICS code they're going to use. So that's that 541-6011. So 611. Does it tell us the PSC codes? Nope, it does not. That's okay. So we're going to create that. And none of the contacts are on that one in particular. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the contact information over and add it into our system. So it's Ben Stidham. Okay, we're going to add that POC in here. And what other information's there? Nothing, but we do know he is the contracting officer. CO typically stands for contracting officer. Okay, so we're going to add that. So now you can see that we've had that information in here. I'm also going to add the resource. I'm going to select the website that this is in for the forecast report. I'm going to copy that, paste it over. So I actually have that so I don't have to hunt for it every single time. When I'm looking for stuff, because now I know that the Medicaid is actually looking for what we're selling. And so having that right there will help me so I can start adding those capabilities in here and being able to search those. And as you can see, all that information is out here now. So if anytime you're looking for your capabilities, you can come in, do a quick search, and you're going to have that right at the tip of your fingers. You know what they're looking for. So that is a little bit on how we use our GovCon Core Apps to add opportunities, put them in your pipeline, and start watching, and also having the contracting officers and all that information right there, so it makes it so much easier for when you're reaching out. So hopefully that was helpful to kind of learn, do a little bit of navigating through our GovCon Core Apps, as well as how to do a little bit of search, what to look for, and narrowing down those agencies, because we all think, I want to do business with Department of Army. Well, any department, big agency has all these sub-agencies, so you really want to narrow down what you're looking for, who you really want to target. And that is really going after who is buying what you're selling. And this is how GovCon Core Apps can help with that. You can also utilize other resources as well, like FPDS, USA Spending, and SAM.gov. Those are all free resources. They are a little on the time consuming as well. As you can see, it only took me a few minutes to kind of navigate through. And when you go into FPDS or USA Spending, it does take a lot more time because you have to filter through that data. Our systems actually already has that filtered for you to make that so much easier and faster. So I want to thank you again for joining me this evening, and we will see you next Wednesday. Have a great day. Oh, don't forget to like, follow, and share.